Bill,
Go.
see that drop off?
Yes.
Downwind.
Yes.
It dropped off like a ledge. You got to be ready for throttle management. Hammer the throttle and give it a little bit of elevator.
When you were turning with the rudder.
Yep. It just drops her flat on its face like here. It'll just drop right off. As windy as it is like that, you have to keep power on downwind to make your control work.
Okay, that's what was happening to me the other day, over off to the right.
Yeah.
A little down elevator. Throttle can be elevator and elevator can be throttle. You know, it depends. You can, or what I mean is, you can use throttle for elevator.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
right there with you.
Right here, I'm holding a lot of elevator, and I'll watch what happens when I add throttle. The nose of the plane will go right up in the air.
Sure.
So that's the case of throttle management for how much elevator. I got full elevator right now coming down. A little bit of left rudder to keep it coming falling straight, and keeping it airier with the aileron. Now when I hammer elevator, look what happens. So now I'm holding the elevator. If I fan the throttle, I can now fly high alpha across the field. See how I'm coming up high? Yep. Or you can make it fly backwards with enough power. You know? Tipping the nose up and letting the wind push it backwards. So it's all just how much throttle to elevator or elevator to throttle you're using. It's just your management between the two, how you want to carrier it in with a third scale.
So you can absolutely sit down there and use the throttle to actually land with,
Sure,
holding the elevator steady.
absolutely.
Okay.
So here's a scenario right now. I'm flying a third scale airplane. I'm cut down, I'm going downwind, I'm pulling elevator. Right now I'm hauling full elevator. If I wanted to come uphill full elevator right now with no throttle, so it's going to start to drop right here. So once I get down to the field, if I'm flying a third scale airplane right now with full elevator, and I want to throw this thing up into a torque roll, it's all in how much power I start adding to it right now. When it'll throw the tail right under the right under the airplane, and you can throw that thing right up into a hover.
Okay.
And right into a torque roll. You can come across the field with no power or very little, just, you know, barking a little bit, with half to 3/4 or sometimes even full elevator, depending on what rate you're at, and throttle the tail right underneath the airplane. So that's where last weekend you see those guys coming in, they start, the plane was going to start falling.
Yeah.
They just start fanning the throttle, fanning the throttle, fanning the throttle, and they throw the tail right underneath. And before you know it, you're up in a nice torque roll position. Now obviously I can't do it with this plane with a little motor in it.
Yeah.
You know, a trainer plane, but you get what I'm saying though.
Absolutely.
It's all elevator and throttle management. There's a dead quick landing, nose down.